Hello, YouTubing universe. Welcome to Scarstorm Productions. I'm your host, Morro, here to bring you everything on your favorite brands and more. In today's episode random review, we'll be taking a look at the DX Tegasword and Ryu Tegasword set. But before we begin, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notifications so you don't miss another video like this. Because it may be a small click for you guys, but it's a big help for me and the channel. Thank you. And without further ado, let's begin. Yeah, I'm a little sad to see the series go to Shade, but, you know, they wouldn't want us to be sad. They just want us to continue our legacy. Well, their legacy. Because this is only going on hiatus for Super Sentai, so we can't be too sad about that now. It'll come back eventually, just like Kamen Rider did, but we just don't know when. But anyway, as I said, today we'll be taking a look at the box set for the Ryu Tegasword and the normal version of Tegasword as well. Here's the front of the box. Has the name of the set. Has Howeru in his Ryu Tegasword form. Ryu Tegasword right there. The sword form of Ryu Tegasword and the changer mode of Tegasword himself. And it shows the 3 rings that are included with him. Of course, Bandai, the creators of it, credit to them. Gozyuger's right here. And 50 years of Super Sentai, which feels weird saying that Super Sentai is ending after 50 years. Like, it's basically older than my mom at that point. Older than me, most definitely. But, man, feels weird saying it's gone. On the top, we have everything that's there. The Tegasword, Ryu Tegasword, and shows that it turns into this. And the Ryu Tegasword form just staring at us into your soul with its deep blue eyes. Ugh. On the side, we have Howeru in his Ryu Tegasword form. With both the Tegasword and Ryu Tegasword. The Ryu Tegasword itself. And don't worry, I'm going to get a bigger table eventually, but not right now. I'm a high school student. I need to change up my room, and I'm getting a new setup eventually, so don't worry about it. Anyway, on this side it shows the Tegasword and what it does. You have 2 rings with it. Put it inside. Clap your hands till you become Gozyuger! The Ryu Tegasword here with the Ryu Tegasword ring. And you put it into the sword, and you can transform into Ryu Tegasword Gozyuger Wolf. Now, another thing you do with it is you can put the Sentai rings inside of it, and it gives you different sounds depending on which ones. For the examples, they put Kugata Oja, Danmo Motoro, Boon Red, and Shinken Red. And of course, right here, it shows that the changer turns into the god himself, Tegasword, and you add the sword by combining it together, and you get Ryu Tegasword. And then you can add all 5 of the weapons that come with the Gozyugers to form an Ultra Zord, essentially, with Ryu's Tegasword 5. Now, that's it for the box. I love the design of it, and I'm keeping it on the wall for now. And I cannot wait to get this open. Now, first I will start. It will be split into 2 parts. The first half of the video will cover the Tegasword, while the other half will be covering the Ryu Tegasword. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the rings that come with the Tegasword. And here are the rings that come, well, the first 2 rings that are included with this. We have, of course, the Gozyuger Wolf ring and the Tegasword Red ring. We'll take a look at the Ryu Tegasword ring in the next part. But yeah, I like how they look. I love the clear plastic that's included with them. It's just nice. And I like the Tegasword Red ring, especially because, of course, it's a wolf, because, you know, Tegasword is a wolf. But when you open up, bam! Tegasword's head is right there. Yeah. But for the Gozyuger Wolf ring, I like this one especially too because, of course, it's just the helmet of Gozyuger Wolf, but the clear plastic for the red makes it look astonishing, and I absolutely love it. Now, of course, they go into the Tegasword and it activates lights and sounds, and yeah, it looks nice. Now, here's what they look like compared to a normal Sentai ring. because this is the team ring essentially. Yeah, like the difference. The regular sentai rings are way thicker, and you can check out my review of the Momotaro and Ryu Soul Red ring in a previous video I did. And here they are compared to a capsule, which are way bigger than the sentai rings. And yeah, that's for comparisons. Now, one thing you can do with the rings that I am glad they included, because of how small they are, they don't fit. This only fits halfway on my pinky. So what you do is you can slide these out and place these on, and bam, you have it as a ring now. You can also do that for a Tegasword Red. Slide it in. Boom. But the only thing is, when it's like this, it will not fit into the Tegasword. So you only have to put this in for that. Now, let's move on to the main event, that being Tegasword. And here we have the Tegasword in all its glory. And I absolutely love this thing. This is one of my favorite changes to come out of Super Sentai. And as the last changer, I think it was probably a good one. Though, there are some qualities with the show. I love this thing absolutely, and I will defend it with my life because this thing is just cool. Now, of course, for the color scheme, it's gold, silver with blue highlights and a blue blade on it, which looks pretty good. And on the back, it's just the gray compartment. There's the battery compartment. It takes up to 3 batteries, and the way you unchange it, just press that button and open it up. And the batteries were included with my copy, so I'm happy about that. And of course the power button's right here. So what you do, flick that bad boy on. And then we have the Tegasword ready for action. Now, for the sounds it can do without any sentai rings, it's very simple. You can hit it, and it makes the clapping sound effects. And we press the button here, it just cycles through sounds. Of course, #1, which everyone's striving to be in this series. And it cycles through those 3 sounds. And yeah, I honestly like it. Of course, clap your hands. Sorry, it's just fun to do that. Now, of course, you can put the rings in. Let's start off with the transformation ring. Gozyuger. And it's going to keep going until you press the button, but it's fun to clap with it. Hey, 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 hey. And yeah, that's the sounds for that. And for the transformation, when you press down, it makes slashing sounds effects. But if you clap like that, it still makes the clap sounds. But if you hold down, it does the finish finger, which is basically the finisher, and it saves the people inside of the No.1s in the series, which I honestly like. And you can even split the sword out like it's helping get the person out. So you could just have it opening, grab the person, and put it in, and then you get the #1 victory. And yeah, it's pretty cool. And for the other ring, we have Tegasword Red. Now, normally this is what you put for his mecha mode, but when you put it into here, you get the weapon. And when you put that in, you get the Wolf Deca Caliber. Which, you know, I like it. Well, I don't have it in hand. I'm going to make a video on it eventually when I do get it, though. And yeah, it's nice. Now, press down. You still get the slash sounds. Hold it. And it tells you the finisher you get for it. The Wolf Sword finisher. And yeah, I like it. Pretty good. And yeah. Now, let's go on to the rings that I had reviewed in the last Super Sentai video. First up, we have the Ryusoul ring, or Ryusoldier ring, activated. There we have Ryusoul. Place it into there. And that's the sounds you get for a Ryusoldier. And yeah, pretty nice. Of course, the sound's still the same. When you press down, you get slashes like the other ones. And yeah, the one thing is, since it's not clear plastic, it just shines through the center of the ring. Which, okay. And when you press down, you get the Ryusoldier finish, which is just the finisher that you can do with the Ryusoldier ring. Pretty self-explanatory. And all in all, that's it for Ryusoldier. For the next ring, let me grab it right quick. We have the Don Brothers ring. Activated. Momotaro. And place it in. And that's the sound you get for the Don Brothers. Well, for his activation. And again, clap sound is the same when you press the button. Slash sounds, but hold down the button. And that's really it when it comes to these rings. And honestly, I like how it incorporates the sounds from each Sentai into it, at least. Well, when you transform originally. And yeah. Now that's it for Tegasword in its normal mode. Let's move on to his mecha mode. Now, to get Tegasword into the mecha mode, it is very simple to do. First, always, you gotta say the line, "Awaken." That activates it. For the sword part, you take these off, lower them down, take this down, fold this up, and twist the arm. Take this one, twist this to make the arm straight. Turn the shoulder blade, twist the feet around, let down the foot, the feet, pull down there. Of course, finally, you put this ring in and flip up. And almost forgot. Flip out the sword. And there we have Tegasword in mecha mode. And might I say, I love how this looks. And that's one of my favorite things for the weapon rings. They just turn into Tegasword's head, which looks really good. And from side profile, he has a big noggin because of all the mechanical parts that go into this. But yeah, it still looks good. I love the sculpting of it. The blue eyes and the gold face goes perfect. Plus, with the whiskers on top, makes it look like it's just his head extending out more. Of course, the lights and sounds still work in this mode. And yeah. I love the gold on it with the red trimmings going down as well. It makes it have a very distinct profile. And I also love how the main sword turns into his wings that you can still extend out depending on how you like it. I just like to keep it like this though, because well, that's the only way you keep it. But for if you're using Gozyuger, you can extend them out all the way, which I might make a video on if you guys like, well, doing these Super Sentai videos. But yeah, I love how this guy looks. He is the epitome of cool in my opinion. And yeah. Also, sword hand. And even though it's clear blue plastic, they still painted it gold, which I love. But on the other side, it doesn't look that good in my opinion. Yeah. We also have in his left hand, it has a hole so you can hold something in it. And one other thing is, since this came out around the time of the DX Robo line, you can take off the arms, and it makes sounds, but yeah, and you can replace them with any of that, well, any of the DX Robo line, but you can also do it with the Zord Builder line that came out during, well, Neo Saban's era for Power Rangers, which is a cool little detail that they did. But yeah, when you take off the arms, you can place them here, and the way it does it is the arms are flipped so they're still facing out, and you just fold that out and place it on his back. So it's supposed to hide it, and you can put any of the auxiliary weapons on top of it, like how like the Leon Buster that goes on his right arm, the Tyranno Hammer turns into both arms, the Deca Caliber just becomes his left arm. And other than that, it's very simple. And I love the whole idea that the changer turns into the mecha. It basically goes into the whole idea of, oh, there's supposed to be just one. Like, number one. Everything is united. And that's a cool detail that I love about it. Now, for the lights and sounds, it's very simple. Press down. You get slashy sounds still. But hold it down. You get the wolf sword finish. And yeah, that's really it when it comes to this. Now, that's it for Tegasword's portion of the video. Let's move on to the Ryu Tegasword, starting off with its ring. Okay, starting off with the Ryu the Ryu Tegasword ring. Here it is in all its glory. I like how it looks. It's a blue clear plastic ring with painted gold, cyan, and red. And of course, like the other mecha rings, you open it up and it has Tegasword's head in it. And yeah, it looks nice. Of course, interchangeable part right here, like I just showed off, with the Tegasword rings. Well, the Tegasword red and Gozyuger wolf ring. And yeah, it looks pretty cool, and I honestly love it. Of course, here's another comparison with a normal Sentai ring. How thick they are compared to one another. Yeah. Honestly, I like this color scheme a lot for it. Now, let's put it inside of the Tegasword now. Alright. With the Ryu Tegasword ring, you put it inside like the others. It will fit. And it does not make any sounds, which is a little disappointing, but oh well. You win some, you lose some. I'm just happy all the Sentai rings are programmed into it. So the final form ring, it's okay. But you don't get any sound effects with it other than the slashing. Which, as I said, disappointing a bit, but yeah. But I don't know, I honestly like how it feels, and there's nothing else to say about it. Now, let's move on to the Ryu Tegasword. Alright. And here we have the Ryu Tegasword in all of its glory. Now, this is the final form upgrade for all the Gozyugers except for Polar. And I like how it looks. I love the color scheme of it with the gold, dark blue, and light blue. And on the front, it looks amazing. And one little detail I like is it has the Gozyuger logo at the hilt of the sword, which is a pretty cool little detail that they added. And of course, there's a clear ring right here with the reader for all the rings. Yeah, looks good. In the front at least. And I like the sculpted hands right here as well. And when they do activate it, the hands wrap around them as it was shown off on the box. And I like the little engravings on here, though I don't know what it means. Might have to look it up. And then when you go to the top, it turns to a yellow blade with a gem in the middle. It looks nice. And on the back, it's a little more clunky because these are the inner workings for when it connects to Tegasword. And, yeah, okay. And we have these hands right here, which kind of, when you place it down, makes it look like a spaceship almost. Which is kind of ironic because when it is shown off in the show, it literally, let me grab my Tegasword, hovers above Tegasword, which is a cool little detail. And yeah, I love how this thing feels. I love how it looks. And for the battery compartment, it is right here. And when you turn it on, tell you its name, the Ryu Tegasword. And yeah. Now, when you pull the trigger, it makes slashing sounds. Hold it, nothing happens without a ring. And yeah, but when you add the Ryu Tegasword ring, it makes it look more complete in my opinion. And then you're transforming to your final form. Pull the trigger. And you get and that's how you transform into the Ryu Tegasword form. Now, of course, pull the trigger again. Make slashing sounds. Hold it. It charges. Let go. And that's the finish for it. So what it does in the show is the hands that go over the ranger in the moment, they open up and they hold on to the other weapons the ranger can use. Like for Hoaru or Goju Wolf, it holds his Deca Caliber, the Orca Booster, and as well as him holding this. So yeah, it's a cool little thing and I like it. Now, let's go on to some other rings. Alright, for the first ring, we'll be doing Tegasword Red. And all it does is basically makes the same noises that it does in the Tegasword, but it's still pretty cool. And of course, pressing it again. It does it again. Let's take it out. Next ring we have Dawn Brothers. Let me activate it again. Then you just place it in. Now, the funny thing it does when it puts in a sentai ring, it actually shows the colors of all the team members, like it just did for Dawn Brothers. It showed red, blue, yellow, black, and pink, but the black was purple because it's hard to make black lights because there's no such thing. Because black light just turns out white, so purple's the next alternative. But that's still pretty cool. And see? And of course, it does the avatar finish. Pressing it again. Same thing. Finally, we'll be doing the re-soldiering. Hold up. Let me focus in. There we go. Now, push it in. And this time it actually shows red, pink, blue, green, and black because of re-soldier. That's how many team members. Well, those are the colors of the team members. And I love that little detail that they added to this. It just makes it even more cooler if you get more rings, which I plan on getting in the future. And I might review more of them if you guys like them. But yeah. Other than that, that's really it for the Ryu Tegasword. Let's move on to combining it with our normal Tegasword and make dual Tegasword. Alright. Now, all we gotta do is combine these two together. First off, let's take the rings out of both of them. And let's take the arms off of Tegasword. Of course, spin him around. Place him on his back. And take them apart like that. Now we are ready for the Ryu Tegasword. Now what you do, on the back, lift up and take these off. These will become the arms. Pull this trigger here and pull. It would play a rising. Lift that up. Well, first place Tegasword in there. Lift that up. That's done there. And sorry, that's going to be playing the whole time. Take the sword. Take the mini ones off. Open the blade up. Like that. Move the top of the blades down. And then fold them up. Then what you do, place the feet in there. Close it up. Fold up. Do the same for this side. Put it in. Full clip. Then you can just push it on there. Then you take the arms, attach the blades to them. Oh, it stopped playing. Attach the blades onto them. Go for, sorry about the video quality, but yeah. Attach them here. Oh, and the sword fell. Do that on this side too. And you have the main body ready. Let me just zoom out a little more. And adjust this. Then you take the Ryu Tegasword ring, lift up, and place it in. And finally, pull the trigger. Oh, crap. I forgot moves. To complete the transformation. And there we have Tegasword in dual Tegasword mode. And it looks very nice. Now, the articulation is very limited because of how big this thing is. And I'm sorry about the video quality, as I said. I'm installing a new table in my room, so if we have anything big like this, we'll be doing it on that. And we'll be doing that very soon, in a second. But yeah, it looks very nice. I love how it looks, and the profile is very good on it. I love it. Here's the back. Of course, has a little bit of backpack because of the arms, but that's okay. But I really enjoy how it looks. And of course, you can still use it, stomp around. You can still pull the trigger here. It makes a charging sound, then fires. And that's the finish for it. Makes a ton of sounds. Then you can still use the trigger here on the back, but only makes slashing noises. Because this ring doesn't have any sound effects like we talked about earlier. But yeah, it looks very nice. And one cool detail that I love about it is you can take any of your rings that you have. I'll only be demonstrating 3 for now. And you can place it in the center and it changes the finisher. Just like it did for sword mode. Of course, with the red Tegasword ring, it does the Wolf Decacaliber. I forgot how long that goes for. But yeah, looks very nice. If you have it open up, you have 2 Tegasword heads. Let's take that out. Which ring next? Dawn Brothers. Says that. Press the button. And just like it does in sword mode, it flashes the colors of the whole team except for the 6th Ranger, which is very cool. Take that out. And for our final ring, we have Gozyuger. Of course, again, does the whole team, since it is a team ring. And that's what it does. Then he can do the Infinity Slash finisher. And yeah. Other than that, that's really it for the Ryu Tegasword. There's another thing you can do called Tegasword 5 Colors, which uses one of each weapon. Well, uses the weapon of each Gozyuger, but I don't have any of those because I'm a broke high school student. But anyway, yeah. If I do get it, I'll make a short on the channel or just do a short video of it. Yeah. Other than that, that's really it for the Ryu Tegasword. Let's separate them again, and I'll go into my final thoughts. Alright, and that's been my review of... sorry, cough for a second. Of the Tegasword and Ryu Tegasword complete set. I forgot the name while recording, I'm sorry. It's been a long day recording this, plus recording another video back to back. But anyway, yeah. That's been my review of it. I hope you all enjoyed. And, oh no, I really like this set, and I'm sad it had to go to a season that was okay at best. I think I might be getting sick. Oh, God. But, yeah. I'm a little sad that the Tegasword and Ryu Tegasword had to go to a season that was okay at best, but that was because they didn't know it was going to be the final season until halfway through the show, so they had to make certain changes, because the first half of Gozyugers was amazing. It was the third part of it that started to fall off, especially after they fired the actor for Sumino. But, I really like this, and it's sad to see this is what we got for the last season, because even though it's good, yes, to me, it's not final season worthy, if that makes sense. It's good for its own thing, like if it was its own season, but as the final, not the most. But for how much I enjoyed messing with this and using it for certain things, I'm going to have to give this like a 9 out of 10 for the full set together because it's a good value set for getting both of them. And yeah, I really like it. And sorry I could not do the all Tegasword form or whatever you call it with all the other Gozyuger's weapons. I do not own any of those yet, so expect videos on those soon, I guess. As soon as I get them in hand from international shipping, because that is just terrible at the moment. I won't go into that right now. I can make a full rant video on doing international shipping because getting this was just terrible. But yeah, it was good. Actually get my hands on it. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed, and let me know in the comments what do you guys think about it. And if that's everything, that's a wrap. Fade to black.